martinis. Chocolate martinis sound good. Chocolate raspberry martinis. Really need to try those. Let's see if Facebook's ready yet. It is so slow. And my internet might be slow tonight. Another round of martinis would be great. I am with you. We can have another round. Let me see what's in them. I'm sure the ABC store carries it. Alright, let's see. So Facebook is finally up. That means we can get these ladies the link and we can get started. Let's see. Find the right chat. Can't wait to try those raspberry martinis. All right. One more place. And we should be ready. Hello, Allison. How are you? So tell me, is it at least cool up in Buffalo? Somebody should be cool. It's not us, but somebody should be. I'm hoping maybe somewhere perks of being stranded. Yeah, by the time you got there, you didn't even care anymore, did you? Nobody cares that you're stranded. Hello, Mom. Get a couple martinis and it doesn't make any difference anymore. Alright. You're not cool up there. That really stinks. You're always cool. It did snow up next to Glacier Park last weekend. Somebody was trying to get married and got a snowstorm. And let's see, where else was it cool? There was one other place that was cool. It's all good. Yep. I might blow a head gasket to get a chocolate raspberry martini. Yes, thank you. If you get it sent to me, that would be great. All right, we are gonna go ahead and get started because we got everything going. Do you love it? I am tired of being hot already. It's been, what, a couple weeks now, and this is too much. We're at SMPW today, and first shift, not too bad. Well, the second shift, that was killer. I couldn't do the second one. I had to sit it out. But I was extra, so that was okay. Alright, our first piece tonight, these are orange moonstone earrings. So we have the orange moonstone in the center, surrounded by white rhinestones. This is in a flowery filigree frame. I have to say that slowly. Hello, Shannon. Getting ready to go to Bethel for a couple of tours. Fun! This is the length and size. And we have two of them. So these are Floral Renaissance in orange. The orange moonstone in the middle. Number 101. Two of those. I really want to see the one about Israelite life. So we've been there a few times. Last time was just before the pandemic. And so now they have the new areas, and I really want to see those. It's 89 there? Yuck. It's not supposed to be 89 in Buffalo. Alright, next we have, let's see, what do I have? I've got all kinds of stuff. What do I have out? It was in the 90s here, but it was 100 with the heat index. The humidity's terrible. Alright, let's see. Amulet Avenue in brown. So this is based in antique copper. So we have the antique copper chain, and then the metal on the back of these. We have some brown moonstone, some white dewy beads in here. Another kind of a light brown in there, surrounded by white rhinestones. So we've got some nice variation in color in this one. He went to half days at school. Most of our schools here are out. Even the year-round ones right now are they're tracked out, so not too bad. Yes, Monday and Tuesday was wicked. So this one is just a little bit below the collar, but that is about mid-chest. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit down here above the bust. So we have 2 of these as well. This is Amulet Avenue in brown, and again, that is based in copper. So we've got the brown and the copper. Number 102. Brown, white, and copper, actually. Number 103. We have Dramatic Duo in pink. Starts with a hot pink at the top, fades into the peach down at the bottom. Hello, Jessica. This is the gold hardware, so gold stretchy back. This is the wide stretchy back because it's a larger ring. So this is what that looks like. So we have Dramatic Duo in pink. This is going to be, if I can get the card up, number 103. I'm just waiting for the day that I paper cut myself with these cards because they're kind of thin cardboard. So I actually paper cut myself on a cardboard box the other day. Accidentally walked by it, my hand brushed it, it paper cut my finger. Ridiculous. But it happens all the time. Of course. If anybody can do it, it's me. Alright, let's make sure we've got Jessica, we've got Shannon. Is Rosie there with you, Jessica? Or are you by yourself tonight? Next, we have New Age Noble. These are in green, so green and white, that pretty emerald green. We have Marquee and Teardrop shape. Is there Teardrop? No, those are Marquee too. Marquee and round. There we go. Marquee and round rhinestones. Kind of set in a teardrop shape. That's that teardrop around the middle. This is the length and size. Okay, I will count her. So New Age Noble in green. Again, these are like an emerald green. We have 2 pairs of these. Hello, Birdie. This is number 104. Hello, Kim. Good to see you. Let's make sure I got everybody counted. How's everybody else doing tonight? We talked about the weather a little bit. It has been stinking hot everywhere. Everybody's having heat stroke right about now. Alright, this is also a little bit of an emerald green. It's a little bit darker than an emerald green. We have a ring. This is called Butterfly Bustle in green. So we have a little white rose here, a white dewy bead here. We've got 3 dark green rhinestones, and then we've got some assorted rhinestones all in between there to give this a little sparkle. You can see that center is cleared out. So we're going to put this on the finger. There we go. That's what it looks like on a finger. So your skin would show right through here in the middle. Has the wide stretchy back that fits sizes 6 through 10. So this is Butterfly Bustle in green, and it is number 105. 105. Number 106. This one comes in 2 different colors. We have both the gold and the silver. This is one of our blockbusters. Hi, Terry. This is Toast to Perfection in silver. So again, we have this in silver and in gold. So the metal on this one would also be gold. I'll show that to you in a minute. We have the pearls and the rhinestones mixed in. I like the mixture of them. I'm not a big pearl person, but when you mix them with the rhinestones, they make really nice, a nice pairing. So these are little clusters along this chain, and the earrings, also the little clusters of rhinestone and pearl. This is the length. So let's get this straight on her. I never put it straight on myself, so I'll get it straight on her. Right above the collar with the 2-inch extension, going to be right down about here, so mostly below the collar, right about mid-chest area, so about halfway down. So let's bring out the gold one. I'll show you that one up close. Yes, I can see you, Terry. So this is the gold. So we have Toast to Perfection, and that's either in gold or in silver. So make sure you specify which one. This is number 106 tonight. 106. When we get to number 10, 110, then we'll start playing Family Feud. I'm going to give people enough time to get in here. Next up, we have Minnesota Magic. Why it's called Minnesota? No idea. So this is a grape candy purple. Little purple heart-shaped petals on this flower. And then our little white rhinestone in that center. If you can see that, there we go. Showing up a little bit better now. This also has the wide stretchy back. This is what it looks like on a hand, or on her hand anyway. So Minnesota Magic in purple. Hello, Marlo. We have number 107. Just one of those. Make sure I get everybody's name down so that when we get to 10, we can do a drawing at the end of the show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look, and we just made it to 10. So there will be a drawing for a free piece of jewelry at the end of the show. Next up, we have another necklace that is in antique copper. So this is the dark copper. This is called Urban Orbit in copper. So we have the oval-shaped links, a little bit bigger one on the outside, a little smaller one on the inside. Didn't Prince come from Minnesota? I don't think so. I'm trying to remember where he was from, but I don't think it was Minnesota. That's where my mom's family is from. So this is the length. This is just above the collar. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to sit down to about here. So that's going to put that nicely in that middle of the chest area. Was he? Where in Minnesota? Because I know that's not where he was living before. Or after. Before he died. Okay. Urban Orbit in copper. 2 of these available. Number 108. So did he start in Minnesota? Is that where he was born? So I never heard anything about Minnesota associated with his name. But then I didn't read a lot about him either. Alright, next we have a choker length necklace. This has 3 layers. Let's see if I can pull this layer out so that you can see it a little bit better. So 2 of the layers are the plain chain, and then we have this 1 layer with the little trinkets hanging off of it. This is really pretty and shiny. And our choker length has that extra extension on it. So regular length going to sit up here where the choker does. With the extra extension, it is going to sit all the way down here. So it's going to be a short length necklace. It's going to be just above the collar. Minneapolis, okay. Could be. So it just says Minnesota Magic. This is Monochromatic Magic. It's in rose gold. See, I'm trying to get it against my hand so you can see the little trinkets. They're really cute. I have 2 of these. Number 109. Minneapolis is a whole different kind of Minnesota. I associate Minnesota with the country. Minneapolis, definitely not the country. It's not a huge city. Not like some of these others, but it is. It's big for Minnesota. This is Ethereally Extravagant in purple. I'm going to turn these beads just so you can see them a little bit better. They are faceted beads. Number 109 to Marlo. Gotcha. Faceted beads in purple So these are like an oval bead. They're set sideways. They have facets all over the face of them. They're a purple with an iridescent on them. And then we have the looping chains down at the bottom. This is the length and size. So we have Ethereally Extravagant. We have 3 pairs of these. This is going to be number 110. So we have that purple again. We like the purple. Make sure I've got that written down. All right, now it is time for our first question of the night. Let's see what they have for us tonight. You just never know. We shall see. All right, let's try this one. These are 4 answers. We're gonna go with, let's just do number 3. So 3 will be the winning answer. Give me a word for someone who isn't neat. Someone who isn't neat. What do you call them? What word are you gonna use? Move my water bottle off the table so that I can put the jewelry bust up here. Word for somebody who isn't neat. Pigpen. Oh, that's close. Slob number 1. Yep, we're gonna call him a slob. Pigpen reminds me of the little Peanuts character with all the dust coming off of him. Pig. Yep, number 2. So we've got a slob, got a pig, tornado. I call my granddaughter that, Taylor Tornado. It's not on here though. So we've got a slob, we've got a pig. What else would you call somebody who is not neat? In fact, probably the opposite of neat. Because I feel like there's just average neat and then there's just not neat. Messy, number 3. And then kind of a nicer sounding word. You might call somebody who isn't neat. Sloppy. Sloppy is good, but it's not on there. Train wreck. Oh, that's what I call myself. Train wreck. Unkept. Oh, you're really close. Unkept. Something else that just sounds nicer than telling people they're messy or a slob. Untidy. Yes. Number 4. It sounds very British, doesn't it? Untidy. We're going to be very nice and tell you that you are a slob, so you're untidy. Okay, let's move on. Got all the fun stuff tonight. It's hot, that's why we get the fun stuff. Disheveled, that's also a good one. Alright, Midsummer Masterpiece. So this is in brown. We have the brown moonstones. These are oval shaped pieces. And then we have this scroll type filigree at the bottom. So see that filigree up kind of close. I love how that filigree looks. This is the length. So it is just above the collar. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to sit right here, which is going to bring this whole piece down underneath the collar. And just past mid-chest. Yeah, the camera decided to be fuzzy again. It does that. It's not going to catch up either. Alright, so we have Midsummer Masterpiece. This is in brown. I have 2 of these left. This one is number... Can't get the cards apart tonight. 111. 111 for that one. We have some new stuff coming in next week. It's actually supposed to be here on Tuesday. So I'm looking forward to that. Getting some of that summer stuff in. It's hot outside, so we might as well have summer stuff, right? Next we have Flamboyant Frills in multi. So again, we have the filigree frame on the outside. We've got some hot pink and bright yellow beads in the center. Those are in a marquee shape. These are all hinged. So each piece freely moves in this earring, each section. This is the length and size. Nice to go with our brighter stuff for summer. You know, you've got some hot pinks in your wardrobe. We have 2 of these, Flamboyant Frills in multi. This is number 112. I think that might be like the only color I don't have in my wardrobe. I'm trying to think if I have anything that's that bright, bright pink. I have the yellow, because you know we gotta have the high vis. But I don't think I have the pink. I have a bright orange. I have a bright yellow. Maybe not a bright green either. But I don't think I have the bright pink. I'll just have to wear it with my yellow. Alright, this is a little bit longer one. This is the Blockbuster necklace that I call the jellyfish necklace. And that is because the bottom of this looks like a little rhinestone studded jellyfish. So we have the little body of the jellyfish up here and the little legs going down here. These are pieces of chain. We have pearl and little crystal type beads on these chains to be his little feet. These mesh beads are really cool. They are hollow on the inside, so this is just all around the outside. This is the length. So the V of it comes down right about the top of the bust, and then our tassel goes all the way down. You see the jellyfish starting right here at the bust, going all the way down through mid-abdomen. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to sit down to about here, so it's going to get down around belly button area. I like to wear mine right about here because it's too short to catch in anything. That V keeps it up here. So we have Designated Diva in white. I have as many of these as we need. This is a Blockbuster, so I can get this. I can reorder it. This is number 113. That's probably one of the Blockbusters I wear the most. You have that one too, Terry? I didn't remember you having that one. But yeah, I really like that one. It's a nice necklace. And so versatile. Next we have, in a sea green, Come of Ageless in green. So this is a dewy bead. You can see a little hint of a yellow in it and a little blue, but this is a sea or a mint green. Then we have the white rhinestones all around the outside of that teardrop. I'll hold that against my hand so you can see it in just a minute. This is the length. Let's get it down the mannequin's neck. There we go. So it's about 2/3 above and 1/3 below that collar. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to sit down to here. So down below mid-chest. This one is Come of Ageless. And it is in green. Isn't that a pretty green? We have 2 of these. This is number 114. Let's see if it'll fit on there. Number 115. We have 3 of these. This is called Selfie Indulgence in blue. So you see why? Because we have that oval blue moonstone in there. So it's a lightish blue. Then we have the iridescent rhinestone right here. We have swirls of white rhinestone going between these stones. Let's see if it'll show up. There we go. That's what that looks like. Let's see if we can get an up-close version. Sometimes it's hard to. This also has the wide stretchy back. So this is what it looks like on your finger. So I have 3 of these. This is Selfie Indulgence, and it is going to be number 115. Unhinged is good. I like Unhinged. I can relate to Unhinged. Let's see. Alright, let's try this one. Anybody into horse racing? I have never been, but I know a lot of people are. I can see how you'd get interested in it. We have 4 answers on this one. Let's go with number 2. How do people at the racetrack decide which horse to back? When they're placing their bets, how do people at the racetrack decide which horse they're going to back? How would you decide? Astrology? I think that's the only one that's not on here. The stats, yep, number 4. Their racing stats. Lucky number. Lucky number's actually not on there. Which is also interesting. This lucky number's pretty common. Favorite name, yep, number 2. They go by the name. Yep, their racing stats, their name. What else? How else might you decide which horse to back? Yeah, we love the names, right? They have such weird names. Almost like the Paparazzi jewelry. Weird names. They're very interesting names. What other things might people use to decide which horse they're going to back? The name and the racing stats. Good bloodline. Good bloodline is good, but it's not on there. Looks healthy. Also a good thing, but not on there. That bloodline's important, though. And that's also what leads to its name, usually. What other things might you decide? The trainer. Not the trainer. Jockey. Also not the jockey. Surprisingly. Jockey does have something to do with it. It's age. Age is not on there. This one is very unscientific. The other one might depend on how much money you want to make. Who's riding the horse? No, not that. But it's a good guess. The odds, yep, number 1. Decide what odds you want to take. Maybe you don't want to risk losing a whole bunch. Maybe you want to win a whole bunch. The other one, very unscientific. Yep, pick one at random. Just guess. That is very unscientific. Also a great way to lose money. Not that any of it's guaranteed, but I think the guess has to be probably the worst idea. But people do it. Alright, we got all 4 of them. So, our next piece is called Coming Around. It is in shiny copper. So we have a heart with little flowers pressed into the acrylic. You see that? This has the twisted rope looking shiny copper around the outside of the heart, and also twisted rope in the chain. I have this one and I love this one. This is the length. So it starts out kind of short up here just below the collarbones, and then this just above the collar. With the 2-inch extension though, you're going to get it down to here, which is going to be around that mid-chest area. So right in the middle, just a good place for it to hang. So I have 2 of these left. This is called Coming Around, and it is in the shiny copper. The little flowers are green and like a burgundy color, just in case that matters to you. Number 116. Number 117. I have 1 of these. This is in brass. Hibiscus Harbor in brass. So pretty hibiscus flower and the antiqued brass. This has the wide stretchy back on it. Make sure everybody gets to see it. There we go. Camera angles are slightly different, so I have to keep rotating it. This is what it looks like on a finger. So Hibiscus Harbor in brass. our pretty flower, but it's in brass. Number 117. Just one of those available. I'll get it on the little hook. 118. We have Delightfully Daisy in yellow. So in the cutouts, in the teardrop, you can see there's a little flower pattern. And those yellow beads are the center of those flowers. So this is the length and size. A nice lemony yellow bead. We have 2 pairs of these. Delightfully Daisy in yellow is number 118. Number 119. I'm going to hold this one up because it's a long one. This is called Drip Drop Dazzle in pink. I also have one in light blue, if you're interested in the light blue. We have our teardrop down here at the bottom. It has facets all over it. Then we have pink pearly beads. We have some bright shiny silver. We have some crystal type beads. And then we have, I think that's it. Is that pink pearls, bright shiny silver, yep, the crystal beads. So all in a cluster down at the bottom. I wore not this necklace, but a similar one yesterday. Got a lot of compliments on it. So this one's hanging down more in the lower abdomen. So halfway it'd be right about here where those top beads are. This is going to hang down through that bottom section. It's going to hang about at the waist. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to hang down in this lower belly area. This is great for like those sheath type dresses or the longer tops that you're wearing with skirts or pants or shorts or whatever you're wearing as a bottom. But good with the longer things. This is Drip Drop Dazzle in pink. I have 2 of these. And again, I do have the light blue as well. So if you'd rather a baby blue, I have that. Number 119 for this one. I think I just have one left in the blue. Let's see. Number 120. Pure Paradise in silver. I have this one too. This reminds me of the seagrass when you go to the ocean. So in silver, little scroll type shapes. This one has the wide stretchy back. This is the size. I just have one of these. Isn't that pretty? So this is Pure Paradise in silver, number 120. And you're going to notice tonight we have all our numbers back. Last one came home, decided to play nice. So let's see. Let's try this one, see what everybody thinks. 4 answers. Let's go with number 4. If everyone obeyed the law, name something we'd no longer need. 120 for you, Marlo. Gotcha. If everybody obeyed the law, name something we'd no longer need. What can we get rid of if you're going to obey the law? Cops. Yep, number 1. Wouldn't need those. He'd be out of a job. Police, that's definitely the popular answer. That was number 1. Don't need any more policemen. Jail, number 3. Judges. Oh, the judges weren't on there, but that's good. Lawyers. Lawyers also good. Courthouse. I suppose we could still sue each other. I don't know. So maybe we'd still have those things to settle disputes. But if everybody followed the law, some things that we wouldn't need. Law enforcement, jail, What other things? Think about it. What would we no longer need? Or we could say other people, because some of us probably don't have this, but a lot of people might feel like they need it. Speeding school. That is really close to one of them. Speeding school is a good thing. If you have insurance, make that go down. Or you could just lose your license. You know, that's okay too. What other things would we not need if everybody obeyed the law? Locks. Locks are good, but that one wasn't on there. If you go past the locks, somebody might have this. Don't want to go past the locks. It almost sounds like experience, Kim. Do you have to go to speeding school? I haven't had to go yet. A safe, not a safe. They might keep this in the safe. Some people do. Personally, I don't see the point, but if you're gonna have it, keep it in the safe. Not a good idea. Never had to. Yeah, your weapons, your guns. Number 2. People wouldn't have guns because you wouldn't need them. Hello, Daisy. No guns. So, your last speeding ticket was in 75. My goodness. So, I got 2. I've only had 2. And I got them like within just a couple months of each other. In 2011, I got 2 tickets within just a few months of each other. Didn't have one before, have not had one since. We'll hope it stays that way. If everyone obeyed the law, name something we would not need. We've got policemen, we've got guns, we've got jail. Speeding school was close to our last one. What do you think it is? This will get you, land you in speeding school. What would we not need? Nobody'd ever get one. Because you're obeying the law. Which means you're not speeding. Radar. Well, radar would lead to this. Not the lawyers. Tickets. Yeah, no traffic tickets. Wouldn't that be nice? Max got one, I think last year. It's been about a year ago. Accidentally rolled through a stop sign. It was a fairly new stop sign, to be honest, but still, it'd been there long enough that he should have been paying attention. He was talking and wasn't paying attention and went through the stop sign, so policeman saw him, and that was that. Had to pay the ticket. Alright, next up we have 2 of these. This is a dainty necklace. We have Vintage Validation in blue. So we have that sapphire blue rhinestone in the center. We have a lacy frame around the outside that has little white rhinestones in it. And then our earrings are also the blue teardrops, still in that sapphire blue. This is the length. So sitting right there above and below the collar, about half and half. With the 2-inch extension, it's going to sit down to here, which is just past mid-chest. So a little bit longer. This one is Vintage Validation. It is in blue. We have 2 of them. And it is going to be number 121. See, I turned on that fan, and instantly my nose began to tickle. It must just be the air movement. That's all I can figure. Next, we have a smaller ring, and I have 3 of these. This is called Bling Bond in silver. So this has the hematite rhinestones. These are the mirrored type, so they're in a gray, and then this little loop, so it almost is like a belt. That's what it reminds me of, a belt configuration. This has the dainty stretchy band on it, so that narrow stretchy band. This is what it looks like on a finger. So again, I have 3 of these. This is Bling Bond in silver, number 122. Number 123. This is Day to Daydream in blue. I don't know why they really call it blue. That's what these little beads are supposed to be at. They are a very, very pale blue at best. They're a dewy bead down in the bottom of the circle. This almost looks like a horseshoe to me, but it's too round. And then the little trinkets hanging off the bottom. I love these little chains at the top. That's a nice detail. This is the length and size. So they are a little bit longer. So if you like the longer earrings, there you go. We have 2 pairs of these. Day to Daydream. And again, that's that very pale blue, dewy stone. I don't know that it's really going to look blue, so if you don't want to wear it with blue, you could probably get away with it. Number 123. And then our last 2 pieces kind of go together. So the necklace I only have 1 of. The earrings, I have 3 pairs. So this is the earrings. These are called the Gem Fairy in pink. So we have the fuchsia, we have the iridescent, and we have the light pink in these earrings. I don't know if you can see all those stones. So those 3 colors, fuchsia, light pink, and iridescent. This is the length and size. So they are like a medium size hoop. I have 3 pairs of these. This is going to be number 124. These were a special item, so I had those. I just have 1 of these necklaces left, but I noticed the other day what a nice match this was to these earrings. So I pulled it out. I just have 1 of the necklaces. So again, we have the fuchsia, we have the iridescent, and we have the light pink. So I'm showing you what that looks like. I'm going to put the earrings up. And then let's show you this necklace. This is the length. So it is an upper chest necklace, right about here. With the 2-inch extension, it is going to come down to collar length, which is close to mid-chest, but not quite making it there. This is our last piece of the night. We have Irresistible Iridescence. This is in pink. It's a very nice match to those hoops. This is number 125. All right, so that is our 25 pieces for tonight. We did have 10 people, so let's get our wheel up so that somebody gets a free piece of jewelry. And make sure I've got everybody's names on here. Let's see. Give me just a second. Okay, got everybody's names. Let's spin it. And Daisy, you are the winner. So I know you don't have anything currently claimed, But when you claim something the next time, it will be free. So Daisy is our winner for tonight. Got her name circled so we can put that on her. All right, Sunday, we've got some more one and dones for you. Lots of pieces that are the last piece of its kind, and we cannot reorder them. So if you want them, you have to be fast in claiming them. We'll go ahead and get those out, and then next Friday we are going to have some new pieces because I have an order coming in. So we'll get that. Let's see, Monday's invoice day. I don't really need to tell you that because it's not Sunday yet. If you had pieces claimed already, number 125, Terry, I did see you there. I want to make sure I acknowledge that so that you knew I saw it. If you had pieces claimed last week, because we had a short week, we only had one show, we did hold them over till this week. So you can combine shipping with the things you claim this week. Only have to pay shipping once. Shipping's high, so I like to combine it when we can. So hopefully that'll help everybody out a little bit. Try to stay in and stay cool this weekend because it is hot everywhere. Kind of miserably hot, actually. I am going to try to stay in as much as I can. I've got some work to do, so we'll get that done. And we will see you back on Sunday. You guys have a great rest of your night.